In the news today, there's word of Sarah, the Canadian, who did some interrogation at Morocco during the War on Terror. A few years later, they come up with Fifi from Gitmo to help interrogate for the War on Terror. I'd like to suggest that Sarah was no Canadian and Fifi wasn't French. At the time Sarah was being used in 2002, Canada was busy saying no thank you to Iraq, and I think we were still concerned about anthrax because it came through the post office, so it mattered to Canada. Also, during the time Fifi was being used, there were no Americans on American soil who would eat French fries because they were afraid of the word French. So I think that it doesn't have anything to do with Canada, America, French, etc. It's basically men and women. Do you believe a woman would devise a scheme that put her in a position to be able to describe sexual torture to a man and actually do that as a job and get paid? Do you think women would sign up for the military if they knew, oh yeah, sure, I'm going to get to talk to that guy all about sex and scare him all to death? Well, I think that was the man's plan. Let's use the women. We'll use the woman's image. But of course, Sarah the Canadian didn't get that man to cop a plea, say he was bin Laden, say he was a terrorist. And that justified enhancement. Well, there's the enhancement. And where do you think the enhancement came from? Well, I don't think it came from Sarah the Canadian or Fifi of Gitmo. I imagine this is the contribution of the American military women. Some guy bigwig went into the barracks and said to some military woman, take off your pants for your country. I need them to enhance my interrogation with the enemy. I don't believe that for a minute. I don't believe there's a receipt from the Pentagon that says, for sale, yeah, $1, ladies' underwear from Walmart, used for enhancement. I don't think that's the case either. So all I think that's going on is this is a demonstration of why there is a repulsion to having women and gay people in the military. Is that to actually devise this plan and do it, they would have been puking all over the room trying to do this. This is a man's idea. This is no woman's idea. And I would imagine the only place that women ever had in the War on Terror in the Dick Cheney-Rumsfeld world would be when she was jumping out of the Mission Accomplished cake.